welcome everybody. This is Joseph Levi. Came in time for more Kingdom Hearts 2. In the last episode, we basically went through and I'm not gonna say it's an emulator issue. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it was a mad hallucination on Roxas. Everything felt like speed, like he'd taken speed or something. Let's just put it that way. Actually, I guess it went out. Anyway, so yeah, last episode we looked over the Seven Wonders of Twilight Town and Sunset Square, I believe, which is, I'm not sure if it's another city, another part of Twilight Town, or if it's just another town itself or something. I think it's another part of town. But anyway, in this episode, we're gonna find some answers, because at the end of the last episode, we phased right through our friends, like as if they were ghosts. So yeah. One thing I want to note real quick: I have been able to fix the problem with the mini map not showing up, as you can see in the corner. Last couple episodes, I guess the first 5 episodes of Let's Play didn't have it. I don't know exactly what fixed it, but basically, if you're using the PCSX2 emulator, that's the name of it. PCSX2, yeah. You need to go into the graphics plugin, and there will be an option for like a ROM hacks or something like that. When you click on the button, to bring up a lot of different options. Just make sure all those are off except for the NVIDIA one if you're using an NVIDIA graphics card. Otherwise, if you don't use the NVIDIA graphics card, it might cause some problems. Anyway. Yeah, just make sure all the options are off except for like the NVIDIA graphics card on if you need it. And it should show the mini map. Unfortunately, the line still shows on the cursor here in the menu, but yeah, I don't know how to fix that. I mentioned this before when I originally was playing through this. I did not have that issue at all. But anyway, let's go ahead and figure out what the heck's going on. Why our friends can't see? Why we don't seem to exist on the same plane as our friends anymore? We exist in the space between spaces. I just feel like I had to say that. And hey, Ryan, how's it going?
I've been given these icky orders to destroy you.
Icky.
You refuse to come back with me.
So I guess you could say it's time for Jack to let her rip.
Sure, but I'm not getting turned into.
I'm using quotes from a different game. Just.
You remember?
Yeah.
Great, but gotta make sure and all. So
yeah, considering last game, I made references.
What's our boss's name? Can't believe this.
So yeah, Roxas feigned remembering something. If there's even anything to remember with this guy. To be honest, when do you ever trust a guy in a cloak with a bunch of whatever these things are? I mean, I know they're called nobody. Like, how do you describe something like this? A little humanoid, undescribable beings of horror. Let's just put it that way, because that's basically what these things are. No, look, a new one. Can't attack it when it's in the ground. Gotta wait for it to fold its arms out so you can pop it out of the ground. Those guys are really annoying to deal with because they go in the ground. There's another enemy in the game that does that too. Actually, there might be 2 other enemies at least I can think of that do that. Like, they just go into the ground and you can't attack them. And
to the mansion.
They're not so bad. Not as bad as some other enemies, but it's...
Painter! Pence! Olette!
I don't think that's gonna work, Roxas. So yeah, this guy seems frozen in time. Or maybe we're the only ones not frozen in time. Wait, where did Christopher Lee tell us to go? I think we need. I think he said to head to the mansion, didn't he?
The Roxas that I know is long gone. Fine. I see how it is.
Poor Axel, man. Actually, occurs to me, I'm not sure if I've actually seen his name yet. I've been calling him by name. I've either been calling him Ryder or I've been calling him Axel, which is his actual name. I'm not sure if they've revealed. I think they did. I can't remember now. I'm recording this episode the day after did the last episodes. Actually, the day after that, 2 days after. So yeah, I can't remember the little details like that, unfortunately. Yeah, it took me 2 days to edit the video, so yeah, I had to redo the first episode, which should be up by now. I had to redo the first episode because I forgot the intro to it. You're probably wondering what I mean. How did you forget the intro? You know that opening that you see with the PlayStation 2, and it makes the noise that owns your childhood. If you played PlayStation 2 at all, or knew someone that played PlayStation 2. You know, whenever you first turn the system on, that pops up and like immediately after you start the emulator, and so I had to do some fancy work to get that, and then start the video up second. So I had to do some quote unquote fancy editing to do that. And by fancy editing, I mean just kind of render the full video once and then just delete the intro and of that one and replace what I need to like get everything. I'm not making any sense, and I'm not even sure what I'm talking about at this point. I'm the one that started the conversation. I had to redo the 5th episode, the previous episode, because it didn't sync. The audio didn't sync up right the first time. Which really bugged me because everything else was synced up properly. Like all the other videos are synced up properly except for the first episode. I'm not even sure I want to fight these guys. Okay, there we go. Another thing you can do for these guys if you don't want to fight them, or if you don't want to if you don't want to deal with them going into the ground, you can wait for them to pop back up. It's gonna be a little more. It's gonna require a little more patience, but yeah, I think it's more worthwhile just to attack them when they. See, one of the best things you can do is just keep kind of wailing on them. Eventually, their arms will flail out and you'll be able to hit them. So yeah, you are going to the mansion, but how are we gonna get in the gates locked? Like, with a pretty tough lock too. That's a pretty big lock. I mean, it's like we can stick our hand in there and actually, chances are our hand would probably get stuck in there if that was the case. Yeah, looks like we had some Nobites fights.
Lock me out.
Ooh, another memory. So yeah, the Keyblade can open keyholes. Go figure. The Keyblade, named for being a sword and a key. That's a cool sword right there. And that guy is dead. Here we have another nobody to deal with. These guys are the easiest guys to deal with. They're kind of cool because they kind of, if you give them enough time, they kind of change into different forms. Like they'll take look like a lance, I think a shield, or at least they look. The shield right there. See, he took a form of a bat, and it's a sword, not a Lance. See when he jumps up, that kind of looks like a. I think it looks like a shield. Maybe it's not supposed to be a shield, but I've always associated it with a shield. Yeah, they're pretty easy to take care of. Not much can be said about them. So I believe whenever you're ready to progress forward, you want to go up there into that room upstairs. We're gonna see how far we can explore in here. Yeah, okay, we can go into every room in this house here. Whenever you're dealing with multiple enemies, you always want to make sure to prioritize guys like that, the annoying ones. Because even though they can they can only attack you when they come above ground, they can still be annoyances. I can't remember these guys' names. Can't remember every enemy's name in this game. There's like good 1,200 of them. That's not counting the bosses. Ugh. We got another chest. I don't think I've mentioned how to open chests up. It's just triangle. With an elven bandana. Believe that is. Oh, nope, never mind. Okay, so the elven bandana gives us 1 defense, but it takes away our fire, blizzard, and thunder resistance. I'd say for now it's better to have it because you're not going to be dealing with a lot of elemental enemies. Also, last episode, I don't know if you saw this, we picked up a few high potions. High potions are like regular potions, except they restore 60% as opposed to 40%. Early on, they're really valued because they're like the next tier up, so they're going to be harder to find, but eventually they'll be like your basic potions. You gotta think max potion. I think that's what the next one is. Or, no, mega potion. Mega potion, because they go regular, high, and then mega. So your mana recovery, which is your ethers, would go high ether and then mega ether. You got elixirs, which do both health and mana, and I think they just do elixir and mega elixir. I don't think there's a high elixir. If there is, I don't remember ever using it. Then again, elixirs are kind of rare, so I don't tend to use them anyway. Yeah, I think the percentages are universal between them. It's like regular ether will always heal 20%, high always 40, and so on. I think I was supposed to go in here. Huh. I think we went the other way, it would have redirected you here anyway. Huh. That's weird. Whoa. This is interesting. Where are we now? Oh. That's Roxas. He's wearing one of the black cloaks. And there's Axel.
Your mind's made up?
Why did the Keyblade choose me? I have to know.
You can't turn on the organization.
Yeah, otherwise they'll break your legs.
Organization 13. They're a bad group.
Bad or good? I don't know. They're a group of incomplete people who wish to be whole. To that end, they're desperately searching for something.
What?
Kingdom Hearts.
Of course.
It's just...
Get used to that. Everyone's looking for Kingdom Hearts.
I've been running away from the question I really want to ask. What's gonna happen to me now? Just tell me that. Nothing else really matters anymore.
You are...
Nominate.
And she's vanishing into a pixelated mess.
There's no knowledge that has the power to change your fate.
And this guy.
Even if it doesn't, I want to know. I have the right to know.
A nobody doesn't have a right to know. Nor does it
So we're
even have a right.
a nobody.
But what is a nobody?
Diz, we're out of time. Too many nobodies.
Roxas, nobodies like us are only half a person. You won't disappear. You'll be whole.
Huh.
Disappear?
Didn't she say we won't disappear?
No, you won't disappear. You'll...
Wait!
Why? I mean, she's trying to help
Roxas,
them,
we will meet
it seems, but
again.
they're like,
And then we can talk about everything. I may not know it's you, and you may not know it's me. But we will meet again. Someday soon. I promise.
Let her go! Nominate!
I might go ahead and add this here right now while I still have a chance and it's fresh in my mind. This story starts getting really convoluted. Somewhere along the line, it starts getting really, really convoluted. So right here we have a save spot, so we can save if we wanted to. I'm not going to right now. I'm just gonna run away. I don't want to fight these guys again. I just fought them up here. Typically fights in one room are going to be the same every time we return to that room. Or at least every couple of rooms it'll refresh that room so you can go back in and I'll be able to explain a little better later on. And here we get to finish up this insignia, which I didn't remember was there. And oh look, the ground's doing something crazy. Oh wow, he's finally doing something smart, moving away from something you don't see in a lot of anime or anything, any media really. If Paul would have made us fall, and we would have fallen to oblivion, and I don't know, something crazy. So we got another high potion, and we're down here in this really techy looking room. And this looks like that's where the door on the other side led to, and yeah, both sides are completely blocked. Let's go down in here and see where this basement takes us. Into a room with a computer that is very impractical, very impractical displays. You see one of those like sideways. And Roxas is getting those headaches again. Looks like he's been off his meds too long. I'm really just trying to make Roxas either crazy or something. That'd be a very interesting concept. Like, it turns out he's just crazy, and then all this is just like one giant hallucination. We got oh. This is interesting. In a room with a bunch of people in black cloaks. We're now running away from some enemies, and
Why do you have the Keyblade?
Shut up!
Huh. Interesting. So Roxas ran away from, I'm assuming, the Organization 13, got beaten by someone,
together Sora's memories.
and was brought back here.
Roxas.
He holds half of Sora's power within him. In the end, he'll have to give it back. Until then, he'll need another personality to throw off his pursuers.
Poor thing.
It's the fate of a nobody.
So that's how we got into this mess. Apparently we were teleported into a digital town, and now we were forced to deal with false memories, false friends, false pretty much everything. And I don't blame him for what's happening right now, what he's doing right now. Just smashing the computer up. Not sure what good that'll do. I mean, considering this is a digital world, so a copy of a digital world like that, I think you can assume. Well, it opens the door at least, so that was one good thing. So let's go through this door and go into the next area. See where we're going from here. Ooh. Oh. We got a fight on our hands. Defeat all the strange enemies. So yeah, we have to defeat all these guys, and that shouldn't be too hard considering we fought way worse battles than this. Ooh, I blocked that. Oh, now we got more enemies. See, a lot of the time battles will end up giving you only a handful of enemies, just summon more. I'm not 100% certain why they do that. I guess to keep you from being overwhelmed. But I don't know. Some battles seem like they could add in some more just to kind of, I don't know, maybe it's supposed to like surprise you or
Simply
something.
amazing, Roxas.
Axel,
You really do remember me this time. I'm so flattered.
Huh.
But you're too
Guy's got a burning personality. And we're dual-wielding Keyblade, probably one of the coolest things you'll ever see in Kingdom Hearts. Well, except for riding a bunch of Keyblades, and then later on riding on top a bunch of Heartless. But those aren't going to be in this game.
Come here. I'll make it all stop.
So right now we have dual-wielding Keyblades. And actually dual-wielding the two coolest Keyblades, too. So yeah, right here we have our first instance of dual-wielding Keyblades. We will not be seeing the end of this anytime soon, for that matter. But it is far beyond being our major ability. Right here we also have something interesting here. We see the enemy's health bar. I'm not sure what particularly makes it happen this time, but usually you get some ability called Scan, which we will actually be getting after this battle. Scan lets us see an enemy's health bar, boss or otherwise. Oh. He's just stripping us apart, isn't he? I'm not... Ooh. I am... Yeah, that's a quick using a potion there. Actually, real quick, let me go ahead and show... Yeah, that's the benefit of using the quick use. You can see how hard it took me to struggle just to get that. Right there we defeat him, and we get some slowdown here. That's weird. Actually, no, we're not getting slowdown. Huh. The emulator seemed like it was slowing down. My video wasn't. That's weird. I bet you it's a trick that they used on the original system that makes it seem like that.
You get on their bad side and they'll destroy you.
no one would miss me.
That's not true. I would.
kind of sad. Axel was like our best friend, or at least we were his, and
Axel.
in the end we had to beat the crap out of him.
Let's meet again in the next life.
Yeah, I'll be waiting.
Silly. Just because you have a next life.
And I can't tell if he died or vanished. I'm not sure what you're supposed to assume. So, I think this leads somewhere, but the power of darkness prevents entry. Okay. And we'll head this way. Knowing we're going the right direction, simply because it's unknown territory. Excuse me. Excuse me again.
Donald. Goofy?
We know those two! They're in those old-timey cartoons from the 50s and actually probably earlier than that. Oh, how... see, I think Mickey was first introduced in like 1928 or 1930. Whenever Steamboat Willie did, and I think a couple years later, Goofy came, and then I think Donald was the last. I don't remember. I don't know which dates those two were.
At last, the Keyblade's chosen one.
Who are you talking to? Me? Or Sora?
To half of Sora, of course. You reside in darkness. What I need is someone who can move about the realm of light and destroy Organization 13.
Why? Who are you?
I am a servant of the world. And if I'm a servant, then you should consider yourself a tool at best.
Was that supposed to be a joke? 'Cause I'm not laughing!
And yeah.
My apologies. This is only a data-based projection.
I kind of feel Roxas here. I mean, I'd be frustrated with this too. Enough of this crap already. Just enough.
Over here.
I just realized I probably should have ended the episode before I entered the door. This is gonna be like... Oh, this would be really hard. This would be like a really long part to start on, I guess.
He's far too nice for his own good.
No!
And then Sora would want to punch you in the face. I keep saying I want to punch people in the face in this game. Wow. As for that guy, Diz, D-I-Z, that's his name. I don't think they ever mention it in the game, period. Like, it's just... Well, they mention his profile. We'll get into what the profiles, or how to get to the profiles later, but yeah.
Looks like my summer vacation is...
Diz is someone I genuinely dislike, unlike Setzer, who's just, I just dislike because every time I look at him I want to punch him in the face, or Cypher. Whoa! Cypher just... And here we go! Finally, Kingdom Hearts 2! We are done with the intro! Oh my gosh! That only took us about 3 hours! Oh. Wow, that is amazing. A 3-hour cutscene. A 3-hour tutorial stage. I remember playing through Assassin's Creed 3 a little bit. Not much, just like... That about took 3 hours to get to the intro there. I never did get to the main character in that game. I was stuck in the beginning where you're playing as I don't know, some guy. I don't know, I guess he's supposed to be your father or something. I don't know.
Sora!
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Who's there?
I'm assuming considering the nature of Assassin's Creed, it's supposed to be your father, but... Excuse me. Sorry for all the coughing. Yeah, Sora in a water pot, it seems. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be water, if it's supposed to be water-like or something. If it's not even supposed to be water. And... here we are! We finally get to play as Sora. Who really looks out of place with those clothes. Yeah. He's done some growing in the past year. And it's Jiminy Cricket!
You mean we were asleep?
I guess we must have been, or I don't think we'd be so drowsy.
I think we went to sleep.
Let's
I'm not...
see. We defeated Ansem,
Yep.
restored peace to the world, found Kairi. Oh yeah, and then we went to look for Riku. I think that's right so far.
Then what?
What does your journal say, Jiminy?
See, even this game doesn't want to acknowledge Chain of Memories.
It's only one sentence. Thank nominate. I wonder who that is.
Huh. Nope, no clue.
What do you say?
So even though Rox is fused with Sora, apparently being half of him, we don't have any memory of Naminé, despite the fact that Rox is met her. So yeah. Right here we have our party screen. Here we can switch our party members, everyone but Sora. Sora has to be the character we play as. So we can switch Donald and Goofy around. Later on we'll get another character, we'll get other characters that we can switch these two out for. But for the majority of the game, I'm going to be playing with these two because they're the ones that are kind of more important for certain abilities and certain things. Go ahead and equip scan. Right here, you see we have 4 out of 4 or 4 AP to spend. As we level up, we'll gain more AP. We can also gain more AP through equipping certain items and stuff. Our allies also have AP in their own spells. We can equip and unequip. We can also set them to use the ability freely, conservatively, or in special situations, or just disable the ability altogether. Disabling the ability obviously gives us gives them more AP, but setting these up allows them to use them specifically. So, like say Donald Cure, we can have it used in special situations, so he'll use that when we're almost dead, as opposed to just whenever we take damage, or in conservatively whenever we're at, like, you know, half health or something. Same with Goofy's items. Support items don't have that little arrow ability because those are not sub abilities. Crap, what's the term? Passive abilities. There we go. They're always gonna be active. One more thing, you see we have our allies also have their own equipment and items to use. So, for example, if we want to equip the champion belt to Donald, we can, or we can equip it to Goofy. I think we're going to equip it to Donald for now. Even though Goofy should be... well, Goofy should be the one with more defense because he's the knight. He's the tank. Donald's the mage, so he's a little more squishy, as you can see with his HP being so low compared to Goofy and Sora. Right here we have our journal. So yeah, we have quite a few things now to look over. So we have our journal. Our journal, whenever new stuff pops up on the screen, you'll see whatever the new things are. New items, abilities, customization, party members, whatever, you name it. Status and config, I think, are the only two things that don't get it. Actually, I think party might not see new from party, but you'll see from journal, abilities and items at least. Customized not so much because customized doesn't really have anything. So yeah. So in the journal we have a bunch of new stuff here we can look at. We can look at the characters so far that are involved in the world we're in. or we can cycle to other worlds like R1 or L1 to go to select worlds, see our collection. As we go to new worlds, new areas, we'll get more into that. So we'll have to like cycle through worlds and stuff. You get the idea. You get the idea of what. I'll make it more I'll make it more obvious when we get to that point. You have all the characters that we've met so far in this world. For some reason, they don't give us OLED Pin, Cypher, Setzer, all those other characters from here that we've met so far as Roxas. I guess because we haven't met them as Sora yet. So yeah, I'm not gonna be reading through all these because oh boy, we run into a lot of characters. But I will be looking at these. Oh, you go. We can learn 2 Weeks Vacation was Goofy's first movie. First cartoon short, 1952, and Donald was 1930. Okay, so Donald's older. Okay, Donald's older than Goofy. Okay, so Donald came first. That's okay. And so right here we have the story. As we progress the story, it'll add on more to whatever world we're in, and yeah. Album, whenever we complete a world, whenever we complete a story in a world, we'll usually get 4 pictures. In this case, we only get 1. I think we'll get more later on. Treasures that we haven't collected, or treasures that are available to collect and that we can collect. We'll see a treasure chest replace any question marks for chests we have collected, and just to let you know, each of these corresponds to a specific chest. So if I go and my first chest is this one, it'll show up this one as the one I picked up here, and not this one. So you get the idea. Maps. This just shows us all the maps we've collected. Looks like we've got all the maps we can so far, at least. Though we don't have every map. I think there's one more map here that we can get. We won't be able to get till much later. And character links. This shows us all the characters that are involved in the story and their links to. It's kind of a little weird. So we have Kairi, Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Even though we've already just looked at those 3, and Ansem. Serious Wielder of Darkness. What could his true purpose be? Whenever you fully complete something, story, album, treasures, whatever, you'll see a little golden Mickey Mouse symbol pop up. The little 3 circles, the ears, and the head. You'll see that pop up right beside it, and that'll show you that you fully completed something. You'll see that on the world. You'll see that in a bunch of other stuff. You've got character files, and other. If you don't want to read through everything, you just kind of do that and just cycle through them all. But we'll go ahead and look at Selphie from Final Fantasy VII, Jiminy Cricket from Pinocchio 1940, and Pluto from the Chain Gang 1930. Oh wow! Huh. I didn't realize Pluto was that old. 1930. So that makes Pluto the oldest living animated dog, I believe. I'm surprised. You can now view the status of party menus from the main menu. All of Rox's abilities and money have been passed on to Sora. Jimmy's journal contains hints of what to do next in past events. I think another thing is, I haven't shown over Narf. No, can we not go through? No? Okay. So this quick menu up here got potions, weapons, accessories, and gems. Or not gems, synthesis materials. Let me make sure I got this. Okay, I think this is the way I want it. On the camera. Okay. Every now and then, as we're exploring the world, we'll eventually run into situations like this where our friends are just walking around instead of following us around. These are kind of like little peaceful areas, and for something that we'll be getting into later, not this episode, because I'm about to end this episode, we'll get into, there's a way we can kind of use these kind of areas to our advantage. And like I said, I'll get into those. That's probably the next episode, actually, because I think that's when we'll be getting it. Yeah, right now the mansion's locked off to us, so we can't go into the mansion. And I believe I got all the chests I can get so far, and I believe Let me go in the journal and check the treasures here. Yeah, okay, so these are the first two. Right here we got a Mithril Shard. I'll go and... Mithril Shards are used for synthesis, so they'll pop up here. Most of the time you'll see them all as like little gemstone icons. So yeah, those are your synthesis items. They're kind of metals and gems that you use to make new things. Mainly potions, tints, other accessories and armor. And yeah, so anyway, with all that said, I think this episode's gone on fairly long. We're in the 40-minute mark here. So yeah, I better go ahead and end this off before it gets a little too long. Hopefully episodes from here on out will be a little shorter. I can't guarantee that, considering this is an RPG in the nature of RPGs. But hopefully we'll be able to get some shorter episodes on, at least for a little bit. But anyway, with all that said, I'll see you guys later.